Hey dudes, um, kind of a little prepper tip here. I learned it from my dad, and kind of, you know, he's not a prepper at all, but he's got some good ideas that are just efficient. So, in my kitchen right now, yes, I have a mechanics tool chest in my kitchen. And on top of it, it has dog treats and bananas, and plastic bags for poop. Um, we don't need to get into that, but I have that in there because I don't have nowhere else to put it. I don't have a garage. I've got all my tools inside, and it looks kind of neat. Anyways, so what he does is when he finishes, I'll show you my refrigerator. It's kind of gross because I'm a bachelor. I can do what I want. When he finishes a gallon of milk, chocolate milk, yummy post-workout. When he finishes a gallon of milk, he cleans out the jugs really well. And as you can see, I have half-gallon jugs in here. And he fills them up with water and he freezes them. Frozen, frozen. Now, he does that because when he goes camping and stuff like that, he will break those up, or he'll leave them solid, put them in a cooler so that he's got, plenty of ice, plenty of cold. Because if you get ice cubes in there, they can melt pretty quickly and all that stuff. But that's not what I'm here to talk about, really. I've got my ice cubes right there. What I do is I'm worried about like a power outage, a short-term power outage. If that were to happen, you lose power to your refrigerator unless you've got your own generator, which I live in an apartment, so I don't have my own generator. But I also live in it's an old house that's cut up into two apartments. And if the wiring goes bad, or lightning strikes the house and we lose power, I want to be able to keep my food cold. And so by freezing these half-gallon jugs, you leave them in your freezer. You can take them out of your freezer and put them in your fridge if you've got nothing else in your freezer. And essentially you can help keep your perishables from spoiling in a short term. The other thing to do is to keep your freezers full, not only from a good prepper standpoint as, food, but keeping them full means that if the power does go out, they're going to help use each other as insulation and stay cooler. You won't have all this, dead air in there that's warming everything up. Also, during a power outage, obviously you don't want to open up your refrigerator and freezer that much. So, let's say I don't have a lot in here. I mean, it's mostly healthy junk, which sucks, but whatever. I like what I like. I throw a thing of water up there because those will help insulate. Plus, it's always good to have cold water. That Orange Crush has been there since I moved in. I don't drink pop anymore, so I doubt I'll drink that anytime soon. But yeah, as you can see, I don't have a whole lot in here. My shelves are pulled forward. There's a lot of yogurt and shit. There's a Miller Lite. I don't know how that got here. Probably from a tailgate. I got my beer down here. It's hidden from my friends, so when they come in, they don't just go straight to my crisper and start drinking they don't go straight in my fridge. They see a Miller Lite and they're like, "Oh, can I have that?" I'm like, "Sure," and then they get one, and then I come back with a Ranger and they're all pissed off. Anyways, that's also besides the point. Keeping things full, using empty milk jugs. Like I'm going to use that gallon jug. That's why I got it. So I can freeze it, and then if I have to, I can put that down here if the power goes out for an extended period of time, so I can keep this stuff all cooler, or keep it cool for longer. And then if I, decide to go camping, I pull one of these out, I bust it up, cut it in half, dump out the ice, and then, use my next one for it. So that's just a little tip that I kind of get from my dad. He's got a freezer downstairs in the basement that's got like probably half a dozen to 10 full-gallon milk jugs of ice just frozen. And if you're doing it, make sure you don't fill them up all the way because ice expands and they'll pop out of the top. You don't even need the caps. I just do because if I'm swinging the door open and this had water in it, I don't want it to splash. But make sure you clean them out really well first. You don't want, rotten milk to get in there and all that shit. So there's a way to keep your liquids or your perishables cool if your power were to go out, and you've got a bunch of frozen milk jugs. You can throw them wherever you need to keep that area cool for an extended period of time. So I hope this was a helpful tip to somebody out there, and yeah, I will talk to you guys later.